to start the lips. And we talked a little bit about this before, and I showed you that 5-point system. Okay, just to be sure, I'm going to powder again. No licking your lips, please. Make sure that they're very nice and dry and powdered before you start. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard for this pencil to actually draw on skin if it's slippery. So again, I warm up my lead on my hand. Did you lick your lips? Yes, you did. No licking. Okay, so there's that 5-point system. You draw a dot here, a dot here, a dot there, a dot there, a dot there. Now, if I'm doing somebody else's makeup, I don't need to do that, so I'm not gonna. But when I do myself, for some reason, I have to. Okay, so I'm gonna draw above her natural lip line. I'm creating a false lip. I'm basically inventing the lips that I want her to have. Now, you don't have to do this. You can actually go along your own lips. But if you have thin lips, then it's better to create some body there. Now, I'm using this color pencil because I want my line to be really visible. Normally, I probably wouldn't use a dark color like this on Rochelle. But this is a learning video, so I want you to be able to see what I'm actually doing. Now, again, your line doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to fill it in with lipstick anyway, but you want to get as close as you can. Okay, so you see it's sort of jagged, it's sort of uneven. It's all right. You're going to go over it with lipstick. Okay, so it's going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to create a nice little curve. Coming around the top here. Okay, you can tell that it's warm out because my lead is really soft. And that's not always a good thing. Sometimes it's very, very hard to get a good line. So there's your basic outline. Okay, now you can also fill in the corners to create more of a pout, in which I will pull the lip out, stretch the lip to make it tight, color in that corner there, stretch the lip to make it tight, color in the corner. You can do it on the top as well, if you want. It's just optional. Color in the little corners. Give more of a pout. Okay. Then, I'm going to pick a nice lip color for her. This is one of my palettes. I have tons of these things. They have all different colors. This is my brown and red palette. I have pinks and purples and blues, and you know, for now I think it would look really fantastic with what she's wearing, and her eye color is sort of a mid-range, reddish, copper, brownish, kind of got some shimmer to it, and it's going to be close to the lip liner color that I picked. So, find my trusty lip brush. This is my favorite lip brush. I've talked about this brush endlessly, and it's my favorite. So, come on in here. This probably looks strange to you because it's not a tube, but I travel a lot with makeup, so I have to keep everything really compressed. So here we go, getting a lot of product in on this brush, and then I'm going to do the Kleenex trick again. I'm going to wrap this Kleenex around my finger to pull her lip up. I do it in segments, just like I do the lip liner. Part of it is because I don't want to stand in front of the camera. If I were just doing a straight makeup, then I would be directly in front of her, doing it straight on. Because it's hard for me to do lipstick at an angle like this. It feels kind of weird. See, I can't even come around to the other side because it's like backwards to me, so. Notice how I'm using the edge of the brush to sharpen up that line a little bit, because the lip liner itself wasn't totally sharp. So you probably don't have to do that. If your lip pencil is really sharp, you won't have to be as stringent with your brush. But I didn't sharpen mine first. And some of you might forget to sharpen yours too. And so I'm just demonstrating that you can fix that with the brush. One thing I do absolutely insist on doing is one of two things, actually. I'll come back around and I'll sharpen up that bottom line this way. Go ahead and close your lips, please. And I'll come around from the top and straighten the bottom line this way. Okay? If you're doing it on yourself, then another option would be to take your original pencil, that first pencil you used, you can actually come back with it. And you can sharpen your line with the pencil. Oh, see, and I messed it up. Of course I did. This isn't the way I usually do it, so. Well, that, I guess, brings me to another thing. What to do if you make a mistake. And that is simply take a dry Q-tip and come back around. Sharpen it very carefully like so. Flip it over. Don't try to go back. Don't go back the other way with the same tip of the thing, because you will absolutely smear it even worse. So come back around with the cleaner part of the Q-tip. So beautiful. Actually, I could probably use a little more sharpening even still, because of that one little mistake I just made. So get that out of here. So lips are complete, and we are just about finished. Oh, by the way, there is one more step that you can take. If you would like to add a little highlight, take the lightest and frostiest color lipstick that you have, get a little on your brush, and just drop it right there in the center. That might not show as well, this color. But it does give it a little bit of highlight there. There. And one of the last steps we have coming up is the top eyeliner, which I want to talk about, because there's lots of different ways that you can go. There's three ways, actually. There's liquid liner that comes in a cake. Where's my cake liner?